Hi, I'm Dave Moss. I'm creator of all the content that you're going to find in the DM Tuning app. That app is currently available in the iTunes Store and the Google Play Store. Where does the content come from? Well, I've been involved in motorcycles my entire life. I was almost born in a sidecar. Fortunately, Mum made it inside, so we're all good. But motorcycles have been in my life the entire time, as a child, through to a teenager, through to now. I've really been intensely involved in bikes over the last 20 years when I couldn't play rugby anymore and I needed another sport, so I took up motorcycle racing. I know, go figure. So, in starting that racing, I got an internship with a suspension company and I learned all about chassis, geometry, suspension, gearing, tires, and started to win races through understanding, not necessarily through skill, trust me. And then other people were asking for help. So I then continued to help other people, and that has snowballed to what it is today. Many of you have seen me in videos with On the Throttle, and so we're taking that concept now and we're putting that into the DM Tuning app. So what are you getting? Well, you're getting text, podcast, and video with 20 years of knowledge, sectioned into street, track, race, and tires. Now with street bikes, the whole purpose of the information there is to get you to think and understand about the bike, not as something you immediately go ride, but something you take a look at, review, figure out, look at service intervals, what's right for you ergonomically, how old are the tires, what's the gearing like, what's the ergos like. All of that stuff you contemplate before you ride, and you make the bike right with either spring, suspension, servicing the oil, figuring out the chassis before you actually ride it passionately. That's probably a better word, passionately. Then you're riding through knowledge, preparation, and making intelligent decisions, rather than throwing the dice down the road and hammering off down the street on a motorcycle you just bought. Track and race, well, those that go to track days and those that race know the value of suspension, springs, oil, valving, gearing, chassis, geometry, tires. They know all about that. But when you're at the track and you're involved and knee-deep in something, well, maybe you need an answer right now. Well, unfortunately, I can't be cloned. But guess what? Technology can help, and the app will help you get what you need right there and right then. The tire section, that's probably what I've become most famous for because of reading tires and telling people what the problem is and then healing the tire. No, you don't have to stare at a tire and destroy it, swear, run, kick something. It's all fixable. So the tire section tells you every conceivable tear that there is with photographs and explanations why it's there and how to fix it. So, I don't know, 20 bucks for the app versus 300 bucks for a tire you're about to destroy in 20 minutes. Seems like good math to me. Now, I've been a racer. I've been a crew chief at nationals. I still race. I coach both classes and one-on-one on track, and I also mentor racers. So I'm constantly paying forward all this knowledge. There are millions of people out there that need the knowledge. And that is why I've taken this app as far as I have right now. It can go a lot further. And for that, obviously, I'm going to need some support of the app itself. The funds that are received from the app, I want to use to get a building. I want to build a set. I want to employ videographers and editors. I'd like to have a staff where we can put out 20 pieces of content a day by brand-specific motorcycles. And that's going to help millions of riders instantly with a bike that they just bought, whether it's new or used. And it's going to make a huge difference if you're prepping a track bike or if you're going to go race. What's my geometry? What should my gearing be? What are my considerations? It's all there. You can sit, watch some video, listen to some podcasts, or read some text, whatever is your preference, and you're going to get all the information you need. So all the proceeds from the app are going straight back into reinvestment. I can only do so much. I'm only one person. And yeah, it's great to travel and help people in countries all over the world. It's great to race and compete and win championships. And I've been very fortunate to win 3 in the last 3 years. And I'm racing this year hoping to do the same. But in the end, all of that has to start to fulfill this mission. And that is to minimize injuries, save lives, and keep families together. So, I really appreciate your support of the app. I really appreciate you using the Ask Dave feature, that if you can't find content that you specifically need, you contact me and I'll generate it within 2 to 4 weeks. But more than anything else, what you learn here, you can give to somebody else to make them think. So that bike you see wobbling down the road, follow them. When they stop, strike up a conversation. Ask them why the bike's wobbling down the road. Maybe they'll slow down, and if they slow down, maybe they'll avoid a crash. Just something that simple can make an enormous difference in our community if we all step up with good information and help people understand there's a lot more to riding a motorcycle than turning the throttle and putting gas in it. So from me to you, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for caring about our community. And please let me know with the app if there's anything that you need so that we can help not just you, but thousands of others that have the same question.